Hey, this is a review of the Light in Motion Seca 2500 Enduro bike light. It's quite a mouthful there. I've got the 6-cell battery option, which means that this light will run for about 2.5 hours on the high mode. And actually, in my experience, it lasts 3-4 hours, which is pretty good because over time batteries do lose some of their potency. Here I'm running it with a Garmin 600 lumens light that's mounted to the handlebars, and so that gives me that, direct to the trail. And then of course I've got the helmet mount with the Seca, so I can, as I'm turning, I can actually see where I'm going. This thing seriously lights up the trail, lights up the road. I got to say that it really is a 2500 lumens light. If you're going to do a 2-hour ride, just run it with the high mode and you'll have plenty of juice. I've come home after a 2-hour ride and just kind of left it running, and it just keeps going and going. So it is very strong thing. Mounting it to the helmet, the light, it's big, it's heavier than a smaller light, but it's comfortable enough. I have it on my commute bike helmet and I have it on my mountain bike helmet. The 6-cell battery pack has a long cord, and I keep the battery pack in my camel pack, kind of in one of those pouches in the high up portion. And so it's really nicely balanced. The cord doesn't, the cord I kind of weave in between slots and stuff, so it doesn't interfere with me, and got a lot of freedom of motion, so I'm not too worried about it. And I do have to say, this really lights up the road. It's 2500 lumens and it will not disappoint you. Now this light runs for about $470. I got it on sale probably for a bit under $400. So it is a very expensive light, but when you're talking about 2500 lumens that you can run for hours, well worth the cost. And it allows me to ride on these trails without worrying about riding any really slower than I would in the daytime. I can really just blaze down these trails and really see far ahead. Some people actually have 2 of these lights. One they mount to the handlebar, another to the helmet. I find that the 600 lumens Garmin is perfectly sufficient for my needs, and having the helmet mount for the Seca is really ideal. So yeah, I would really recommend this. It works as advertised, and it's at quite a level that you can really just see what you're doing on the trail. Now it does have different light modes, so you can go into the medium, into the low setting, and the pulsing setting. And I'll run on the lowest setting when I'm like on the streets. There's street lights, and I don't want to blind cars. I mean, that is actually an issue. In fact, when you're riding on the trail, if people are coming down, if it's mounted to my helmet, I either look down or turn my head to the right a little bit so that I don't blind the people that are coming down the trail. And I've met people on the trail, and of course they have powerful lights. Maybe they're running the same light or some other similar system. And yeah, when the two meet, it's quite a blinding affair. Now in this video, you might think it doesn't seem as bright, but really, I'm filming off my GoPro. It's mounted to the handlebars, and it really actually is quite bright. This is, in fact, you could use this light to film just regular videos. Just use it as some kind of a light setup. Maybe put a diffuser or something on it so that it's not too bright. But it is 2500 lumens. It's a serious 2500 lumens, and just really an incredible light. Other manufacturers do make brighter lights, and that's cool, but I find that the 2500 lumens works just fine. The combination with the 6-cell battery pack just gives me a really long run time. So definitely recommended, and I hope you enjoy it if you get one.